So this recording, friends, is optional. I'm just going to actually work through some of the practice problems from your core practice sheet so that in addition to the answer key, you can also see what some of the steps would be. I'm going to go pretty quick, so pause, rewind as you need, and as you have other questions, check in with your classmates or with a teacher. So in the first case, we've got two sets of marked sides, and then this side in the middle is the same as itself. So yes, these are congruent because all the sides match. That's an SSS situation. In case number 2, I see a set of matching sides and another set of matching sides, but no other information. That's not enough. We need either the angle in between or the third side. So in this case, there is not enough information. Let's carry on. For number 5, okay, I've got a set of matching angles. And then touching the angle, I have a set of matching sides. And then touching the sides on the other side, I have another set of matching angles, those with the 2 marks. So ASA, ASA, yes, these are congruent by angle side angle. Number 7 is very similar to number 1. Middle side matches itself, so yes, these are congruent by SSS. And then down here, let's see what we've got. So I've got a set of sides that match, then an angle, and the side of the middle is the same as itself. So in the bottom triangle, you go 2, angle 1. In the top triangle here, you go 2, angle 1. So yes, these are congruent because of a side, then the angle in between, and then the other side. So by SAS. Okay, for these, if I want to show that everything matches using SSS, I've already got one set of matching sides, a second set. I need to show that these match each other. So XZ needs to be congruent to SU. Now the order in which you list the letters doesn't matter. ZX is the same as XZ, US is the same as SU, but do make sure you're putting the little line on top and the congruent symbol in the middle. Or number 13, side in the middle is the same as itself. So if I want to do SAS, I'm missing the angle, and it's got to be between the two sides. So between the 2 marked sides and between the 2 marked sides. So on top, now don't say angle R, because I don't know what angle you're talking about. Do you mean this one, or did you maybe mean that one? Because it's unclear, you got to use 3 letters. So for the angle, look at what makes it up. So I would go from Q to R to S. Make sure the R is in the middle, but the order of the Q and the S doesn't make any difference. So QRS is the same as angle SRQ. On the bottom, RSU, the angle symbol in front. You could also have said USR, but S has to be in the middle with the U and the R on either end. Coming down here for ASA, I've got my 2 A's. What's missing is the S. It's got to be the side in between the 2 angles. So in between the 2 angles. So segment IJ needs to be congruent to segment VW. Over here then, AAS. Now, here you actually have choices, because if it's AAS and you've got your 2 angles, you just need to pick a side that is not between the 2 angles. Now be very careful though. If I choose, say, this side right here, I've got to make sure I pick a corresponding side in the other triangle. So notice that side IH touches the 2 angle, but not the other one. Down here, that means it's got to be this one, the side that touches the 2 marked angle, but not the other one. So IH congruent to WV would be an option. Or there's no reason I couldn't have chosen JH to start with. That side is not between the 2 angles. But if I do that, I need to know that side JH touches the angle with 1 mark, but not the other. So touches the side with 1 mark, but not the other would be this side, XV. And there's that congruency. And then lastly, For SAS, we've got our angle marked. Segment HG is congruent to itself. So I've got a side, I've got an angle, I'm missing the other side. It's got to be the side that makes the angle if I'm using SAS. So in the top, it's got to be HW. And then in the bottom, it's got to be HI. And there you have it.